Hello and welcome dear students. I am Shravan Kumawat, your maths lecturer. As you know, we have started with the topic integration, and in the last lecture we have discussed the basic formulae of integration, that is up to 17-18 formulae of integration. Now after learning or after revising all these formulae, how to implement these formulae, how to use these formulae for solving integration. So today we'll see the rules of integration or theorem of integration, how to apply these formulae in solving integration. Now the first rule is what? Sum or constant into variable rule. Now what is this rule? If suppose we have one constant and variable, then the first rule says constant you can take common and integrate the variable term. So this is very simple rule, as this rule was also there in derivative. So how to do constant into integration of constant into variable? Simply you have to take constant common and integrate the variable term. Let us see the example. If we have to integrate 3x square, then simply we'll take 3 common and integration of x square. 3 common and integration of x square. So use here x raised to n formula. So x raised to n formula is what? X raised to n plus 1, that is 2 plus 1, 3 upon 3 plus c, and here 3 gets cancelled. So the answer is what? X cube plus c. So integration of 3x square dx is what? X cube plus c. So the first rule of integration is what? If you have constant and variable in product, then you have to take constant common and integrate the variable term. Let us see the next. Integration of 2e raised to x. Now here we know that 2 into e raised to x, here 2 is constant and e raised to x is variable because it contains the power of x or the terms of x. So in this you have to take 2 common and integration of e raised to x. Now you have to learn this formula. We know that integration of e raised to x is what? E raised to x. So 2 into e raised to x plus c is the answer of this 2 into e raised to x. So the first rule of integration is what? If you have constant and variable in product, then simply you have to take constant common and integrate the variable term. Second rule is what? If we have the terms in sum or difference, so sum and difference rule, it is also known as sum and difference rule, like derivative. So if you have 2 or more terms in sum and difference, so let us take fx plus gx plus or minus hx, and we want to integrate these, then simply you have to integrate all these terms separately. So write integration sign with all the terms. So this is integration of f of x dx, right, whether it is plus or minus. Now next, integration of g of x dx plus or minus integration of h of x dx. Now second rule is what? This rule was also there in derivative. So if you have plus minus terms, then simply we have to integrate all the terms separately. Let us take the example. Integration of 3x square plus 2x plus 7. Integration of 3x square plus 2x plus 7. So how to integrate? This is the combination of first and second because constant into variable is also there. So simply we have to take constant common and integrate all these terms. So integration of x square plus 2 is constant, so constant 2 is common, integration of x plus 7, again 7 constant, or integration of 1, or directly you can write integration of 7 also because this is single constant. So the integration of single constant is constant into x plus is not 0. Derivative of constant is 0, but integration of constant is what? Constant into x plus c. So now apply the formula. This is in the form of x raised to n. So the formula for x raised to n is what? X raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1, that is 2 plus 1, 3 upon 3. This is integration. This is also in the form of x raised to n. So 1 plus 1, that is 2 upon 2 plus 7 integration of 1, we know that it is x, and c is the integration constant. You have to write c once after simplifying all the integration sign. Now here 3 gets cancelled, 2 also gets cancelled. So the answer is x cube plus x square plus 7x plus c. So we have only two rules, simple two rules. Same product rule is also there, and that will be used in specific cases. But you have to learn only these two rules. If you have constant into variable, then simply you have to take constant common and integrate the variable part. If you have plus minus terms, then separately you have to integrate all the terms with respect to x or whether t or theta. So composite rule is also there. Next rule, we know that integration of x raised to n. X raised to n is what? X raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. X raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. But if we replace this x by any linear factor, what is linear term or linear factor whose power is x, that is a factor in the form of ax plus b is known as linear factor. If the degree of any variable is 1, then it is linear. If it is 2, then it is quadratic, 3 then cubic, and so on. So what is linear factor or linear expression? The expression in the form of ax plus b is known as linear expression. So if we replace this x by any linear factor or linear expression, that is ax plus b raised to n, then the formula will remain same. This bracket you have to treat as x. So x raised to n is what? X raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1, that is ax plus b. That here we have written, instead of x we have written ax plus b. So integration of x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. But the major difference is what? You have to write the coefficient of x in the denominator, that is 1 by a into that x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. Let us take the example. So suppose we want to integrate 2x plus 3 raised to 5. First you have to check the degree of x. If this is valid only for linear expression, in all formulae we can take, instead of x we can take x, we can replace by any linear factor in all the previous formulae. That is 17-18 formula that we have discussed in the last video. So in all term, instead of x we can replace ax plus b. The major difference is you have to take coefficient of x in denominator. So here the degree of x is 1, so we can use this in the form of ax plus b. So we can use here this expression. So use the x raised to n formula. X raised to n plus 1, so 5 plus 1, that is 6 upon 6, and the coefficient of x is 2. So here you have to write 1 by 2 plus c. So after simplification you will get 6 to the 12 plus c. This is the answer. Next is what? Suppose we have 2 minus 3x raised to 2. 2 minus 3x raised to 2. Then first check the degree of x in the bracket. So degree of x is 1. So now that means we can use directly x raised to n formula. If the degree of x is not 1, then you cannot use this direct formula. For that you have to use a minus b the whole square, then you have to integrate if the degree of x is not 1. Then here use x raised to n formula. So x raised to n formula is what? X raised to n plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 upon 3 plus c. But the coefficient of x is what? Minus 3. So here in denominator you have to write 1 by minus 3. So the answer becomes 2 minus 3x raised to 3 upon minus 9 plus c is the answer. Let us take one more example. Integration of 3 plus 5x raised to 7. Integration of 3 plus 5x raised to 7. Integration of 3 plus 5x raised to 7 is what? Use the same formula, x raised to n formula. X raised to n plus 1, that is 7 plus 1, 8 upon 8 plus c. But always remember the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is what? 5, not x square. Always linear. This concept is used only for linear expression. So here the coefficient of x is what? 5. So 1 by 5 into this expression. So the answer is what? 3 plus 5x raised to 8 upon 8 5 is 40 plus c. this concept is valid for all the formulae. That is, suppose the expression is e raised to 2x. This is also linear expression. 2x, why this is linear expression? Because this is in the form of ax plus b. So the value of a is 2 and that of b is 0. So e raised to 2x, simply you have to use e raised to x formula is what? E raised to x plus c. But always remember the coefficient of x is what? 2. So 1 by 2, that means upon 2 also you have to write. Suppose the answer is integration of sine 2x. So we know that integration of sine x is what? Minus cos x. Integration of sine x is what? Minus cos x. But here x is replaced by some linear expression. So the formula will remain same. Integration of sine x is what? Minus cos x. But the coefficient of x is what? 1 by 2 you have to write, means upon 2 plus c. So these are the rules for integrating or for applying all the formulae. In the next lecture we will see the method of integration. Thank you.